All right, we are live. Here we go, folks. We're going to get started here in just a minute. And today, what we're going to discuss is we're going to discuss about falling in love with being a doctor again. Novel concept, isn't it? So we're going to talk specifically about that. We're going to talk specifically about some real life examples of doctors who were pretty much ready to hang it up and now they're loving life again as being a doctor and treating their patients. And it's not because they sold out and they went to a large medical group. In fact, they still own their practices. They're doing better than ever. They're doing 7+ figures a year, all within 1 year. And so we're going to dive into that today. So let's go ahead and get started. So my name is Matt Skalogli. I'm with SRP Medical Marketing and the Warner James Group. We work with medical practices to help them scale to 7 figures in a 12-month period. It doesn't matter to us if you are starting out or if you have been in business for the last 10 years. If you are doing less than $25,000 a year or $25,000 a month, our group can help you, and we're more than happy to spend some time with you on the phone and talk about some different ways that you can scale your practice and scale it quickly to 7 figures. So if you are interested, all you have to do is just type the word scale below or private message it to me, and be more than happy to schedule a time for us to talk. All right, so let's talk about falling in love with being a doctor again and falling in love with owning your practice again. What's amazing to me is in the 4 years that I owned and managed and was the CEO and general managing partner of medical practices, and yes, they were cash pay, but then as I have built my network of doctors, and I have a lot of friends that are doctors now, a lot of clients that are doctors, and for a number of years I was married to an ER nurse, and just really kind of getting to know that whole medical space. I mean, quite frankly, my heart breaks for doctors. I'm not sure I would tell my child to go into medicine again, or my kids are in medicine, but I'm not so sure I would tell them to go and be a doctor. And the reason why is I believe that you all get a pretty bad shake. I don't think you get the respect that you deserve, and I certainly don't think that you get the compensation that you once had and that you deserve today. And I think that's largely, obviously, as we know, because of the the democratization or the socialism of medicine. I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm not here to talk about Obamacare and, should it be here or not here. That's not the topic of today's conversation, because my topic, frankly, is about you and about you being able to make the money that you deserve. I mean, you put all these years into going to school, and quite frankly, I believe you should be compensated, and I believe you should be compensated well. I mean, the work that you do for society and the work that you do for your patients, I'm amazed. And, quite frankly, that's what we're going to talk about today, is falling in love again with being a doctor and having a successful practice. And I really do believe that a big part of that is tied to having a successful practice. So the big thing that you need to know is that in order for you to have a successful practice, a lot of doctors have fears about opening up a practice and going out on their own. One, the success rate is not very high. I don't know exactly what the success rate is, but and I'm not just talking about practices closing the doors. Many doctors that we speak to on a day in and day out basis, they're frustrated. They have opened up this practice. They have a mountain of debt. It's not going anywhere near what they thought it would be. They feel like they've been taken to the cleaners by a couple of different people or organizations when it comes to marketing or advertising their clinic or handling their insurance claims or whatever it is. They usually are stuck in this longer term lease, and quite frankly, the receptionist is probably making more than the doctor. And so there's that fear. Number one is, it may not work, but then what happens? I could be stuck. The second fear is that they're going to have to close the practice and go back to work in corporate medicine, where you are not graded on the health of your patients, but you're graded on the number of things that MRIs that you send off for the patient to do, or the amount of time, how quickly you move from room to room to room. So that's the second fear. And then the third fear is that, well, what if I just lose my passion? What if I just lose this love of being a doctor? And there's a lot of statistics coming out right now that doctors are done being doctors, that they hit 45, they hit 50, and they don't want to do it anymore, because they don't feel valued, they don't feel respected, they don't feel like they're making their money. So I want to share with you an interesting story about a medical practice that was exactly in the same place. And 1 year later, literally yesterday, utilizing our strategic coding optimization program, of which we are looking for 4 practices to work with. She has gone from doing $25,000 a month to $135,000 a month. And yesterday, she paid off $135,000 worth of debt yesterday, and it didn't drain her bank account. What it did was she actually had a huge cushion in her business bank account. And while it still hurts to write that check, she was able to pay off a huge amount of debt that was a huge interest rate. And she was able to get that squared away. So if you would like to be one of our 4 practices that we work with, and your reimbursement rate on your insurance claims, and this is for doctors that process insurance, if your insurance claim and your reimbursement rate on an office visit is less than $100, you need to type the word scale below, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Because we'll do a little bit of an intake call, and we'll ask you a few questions, and if you qualify within a couple of weeks of starting with us, you will take that reimbursement rate up to $300 or $350 per patient, utilizing our strategic coding optimization program. We're actually going to give you an SCO score. We're actually going to ask you a couple of questions, and we're going to score you and grade you on what your coding optimization is. And if it's low, we can work with you, and we can take that. We can improve your strategic coding optimization, and we can then take that reimbursement rate to $300 to $350. Now, it's going to take you about 60 days for you to start seeing that income roll into your bank account because of the process, but we are very, very proactive in this, and we have worked with 20 practices throughout the United States, bringing in an additional $25 million in revenue in the last 24 months. Maybe this is going to be you. So we are looking to add 4 new practices in the next month, and if in the month of March. And if you want to be one of those to be considered, just type the word scale. Okay, so let's go to this conversation about the practice, and they are outside of Houston. And they, quite frankly, there's a couple of really cool stories about this. Before our team started working with them, she's a diabetic clinic. I will not give you the doctor's name. It's one of the things that we do is a lot of confidentiality, but I will tell you that it's a diabetic clinic. And her reimbursement rate was it was right at $70. And she was maybe doing $25,000 a month. And she had been through group after group after group that said they could help her. Well, we went in and we started looking at her billing and the way that she went about running the practice, and we made a couple of minor adjustments. One, we implemented our strategic coding optimization program. And we went in, we audited everything that she does, and we were able to find where she was leaving right at $300 per patient per office visit on the table that she was not getting reimbursed for by the insurance companies. So immediately we went in, we proactively started making changes. We have an entire team that works. We have boots on the ground. We go exactly where you are. None of this, here, just do this. We actually come into your office and show you what to do and help you do it. Then at about right at the second, at the end of the third month, her revenue was $65,000. That's a $40,000 increase in just a 60-day time frame. Okay, 60 to 70-day time frame. So now she's at 65,000. Month 4, she's at 90,000. Month 5, she's at $120,000+. This woman went from getting ready to close her clinic and not believing that anybody could help her to today, or yesterday, she wrote that check to pay off a huge amount of debt and has a big cushion, a 3-month cushion in her bank account for a rainy day fund, and she's continuing to grow that. Within 15 months of working with us, she will pay off every penny of debt that she had, and her debt was close to 7 figures. Okay. If any of this sounds familiar, if any of this sounds like something that you want, you need to type the word scale below or private message me so that we can set up a conversation. because remember, we're only taking 4 new clinics in the month of March that practices, okay? So this is going to be limited to 4. I already have 2 interviews scheduled. So that's the maximum that we can take this month. Okay, but here's the thing that I really want you to take away from this, and I really want you to know, and that's this. This doctor in Houston has a love of being a doctor again. She is able to take the time with her patients. She is able to help her patients get past their diabetes, lose weight, have healthier lives, get off their high blood pressure medications, get off their metformin, be able to have a life that is worth living again for her as a doctor. She finally feels for the first time in ages that she is doing something great for society again. And that's what we want for you. Okay, we have a passion for you as a medical professional. We have a lot of respect for what you have gone through, for you to accomplish your dream, for you to be in that room talking to patients. Having worked with and employed a number of doctors, I have nothing but the utmost respect for doctors. And I want you, our team wants you to have a great passion again. And that passion, especially if you own your own practice, can be yours again within a 3-month period, within a 6-month period. There's no reason why you can't be in a place where you are passionate about being a doctor again and have the freedom that you want of owning your own practice, of treating your patients the way that you see fit versus being told how to treat them by the insurance companies. So if you want to scale your business, if you want to go from the place of struggling each and every single day of wondering how you're going to make payroll, and you want to go to scale where you're able to pay off close to $1 million worth of debt if you have it, and have 3-4 months in the bank of operating expenses so that you can sleep well at night, then just private message me the word scale, or just type the word scale below and we will schedule a call. Here's the thing. I'll leave you with this. This choice is a simple one in my mind. I've worked with literally 3,500 entrepreneurs over the last 15 years. It's been one of my great joys and my great pleasures to help people find their freedom, so that they can go and live the life that they want, the one that they dreamed of. And, you know, you get to make that decision, okay? Take control of that life again. Take control of your business again. Take control of how you treat patients again. You know, love to work with you. But keep this story in mind. You know, fall in love again with being a doctor. Look, have a great day, everybody. Again, my name's Matt. I'm with SRP Medical Marketing and the Warner James Group. We work specifically with medical practices. We help you scale to 7 figures. If you would like to be one of our 4 success stories, one of the 4 groups that work with us, message me with the word scale or post a message below. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.